Kia ora team, and welcome back to another edition of Big Boys Boxing Live. If you'd like to get on the panel, come and talk some boxing, simply hit the Discord server invite in the description. Go to the voice channel named Live Panel, click it, and you're on. It's that simple. So without further ado, let's do this. Alright team, how are y'all doing? It's been a while. Welcome back to Big Boys Boxing. And today, something a little bit different. Today is the day where we get an announcement with the level 4 lockdown that's on in New Zealand and has been for maybe 28 days come Thursday. We find out if that's going to get lifted to level 3 or not. We've done pretty well with our numbers. We're only getting single digit COVID-19 infections a day now, and we're getting way more recoveries than infections. So the lockdown is working, which is good. That's good. Now let me do a quick audio check here. Done pretty well. Sounds good to me. So we'll find out at 4 o'clock whether the lockdown's going to be lifted to level 3 in New Zealand, and some things may be able to happen, like a fight that's been talked about since just before the lockdown started here in New Zealand. Two guys who live here, two guys who have WBO rankings. Maybe they could have a fight in New Zealand. It'd have to be a small crowd, if any crowd, but maybe, just maybe, an actual live boxing event could happen in the next 8 weeks. But yeah, it's pretty far-fetched at this stage. So a few things that I haven't spoken about. Since I haven't been very active, it's pretty tough getting content out with all the family home. My computer is in the lounge, so I will say you'll hear a bit of background noise here and there. I will be moving to my phone once I get some panel members on, and I can get away from the noise then. But you know, it's a constant battle for the computer too. We only have one in the house. I mean, we've got cell phones and whatnot, but my missus is doing some work from home, so she needs a computer every day for a while. My son's doing his schoolwork on the computer at the moment, and that takes hours and hours of complaining. But we get there in the end, so my computer's pretty busy most days at the moment. But a few things that I haven't spoken about. Deontay Wilder came out and broke his silence the other day, but didn't really tell us anything. He did mention that we're probably going to see a couple of new faces in his camp once some normality has been obtained. There's talk that maybe it's going to be George Foreman being one of them, because he's been talking to him a lot, so that's a positive. As for the other face, I don't know, man. I wouldn't have a clue. There's every man and his dog has been sticking their hand up saying, I'll train you, Deontay. So maybe we'll see. He also said he doesn't consider Tyson Fury a champion, not yet anyway, because there's one more fight to determine who is the champion. I've always agreed with that. When a champion has to defend, has to try and get his belt back, they have that rematch as a chance at redemption. But Tyson Fury is holding that belt, so yeah. The ironic thing is, though, it wasn't too long ago when Deontay Wilder did consider Andy Ruiz a champion, even though there was still a fight to go. So a little bit of hypocrisy there, but that's nothing new for Deontay Wilder, is it now? Let me know in the chat if anybody's about. I see there's 3 people watching now, but no comments as yet. I will drop a link shortly. A couple of other things I'd like to talk about before this announcement comes on and we get some panel members on. Dillian Whyte's been talking up a storm. You know, Joseph Parker wanted a rematch with Dillian Whyte ever since Parker lost to Whyte. Every time he's asked about who he would like to fight, it's always anybody, anywhere, anytime, but there's a few that always come up, like Dillian Whyte. So it's nothing new from Joseph Parker. He's been trying to stay relevant with a bit of talk. That's what you do. Sup, Scott 70, good to have you in the house. Gareth Hancock as well, and Don Hearn also good to have you boys in. So Dillian spoke up about both your Dominic Breazeale talking up that he wants to fight Dillian Whyte next as his comeback fight after getting flattened in one round. I dropped a video on that and I thought that was ridiculous, but I don't think it's silly to consider a Joseph Parker fight. For me, it is a step backwards from where Dillian Whyte is, but at this point he's got to wait until at minimum February 2021, and with this COVID-19 outbreak he's probably going to be waiting longer to get a shot at the WBC champion, whoever that may be. So he's got to fight some people in the meantime. He's fighting Alexander Povetkin once this COVID blows over, right? But that's no more a step back than Joseph Parker. So sitting there talking about, you know, what did he say? He said something along the lines of, I didn't outbox him, I beat him up and dominated him. He needs to just take the L, stop prancing around his kitchen and fight somebody. Well, for starters, he's only been prancing around his kitchen making these videos since we've been on lockdown. You can't fight anybody on lockdown. He did mention who the hell is Shondell Winters. Who is that guy? Nobody knows him. Yeah, that's right, nobody knows him. But nobody else put their hand up to fight Joe, did they? Joe's been asking for a big fight. He's been trying to hunt a big fight ever since he recovered from a spider bite. So, you know, the only person who stuck their hand up is Shondell Winters, who was the Alexander Taslenko killer, for those of you who didn't know. But, you know, fight a Micah Hunter, fight a Povetkin, fight a Whyte. Doesn't, you know, Whyte is a big target now that he's got a mandatory spot. So there's going to be people calling his name. Some aren't going to be worthy, some are, and some are just shooting at stars, you know. So it is what it is. Joseph Parker's been mentioning Dillian Whyte for a long time. It's nothing new, but I guess these fighters are trying to stay relevant in lockdown by talking. And that's one of the reasons I haven't been making much content, because I'm not so much into this talking business all the time when it's not amounting to anything. It's pointless. So these guys can spit mud at each other all they want. I'm not going to report on it because it's crap. Until we get some action going, there's not going to be a lot of content coming out of here from me, unfortunately. Not so much into the he said, she said bullshit. Joseph Scott also in the house. What's up, my brother? Good to have you in, man. So we've got this announcement coming in 17 minutes. So I'll go and find a link, and drop the link in the chat. Just give me a minute here. I better go and create one. Copy that link. Drop it in the chat here. Oh, one of my kids just took all his toys out. There we go. Paste. That doesn't look right. The link doesn't look right. I think I've messed that up. Let me go and check it before I drop it. Yeah, it didn't look right for a reason, because it was wrong. chats is what I want. Sorry, peeps. Okay. Link to join. So also Kubrat Puluv had a bite at Dillian, calling him a coward. Oh, that was what sparked it actually. As Dillian said, Joseph Parker's had multiple opportunities and he's blown them all. He had the opportunity against Joshua and he fought like a coward. And then he fought against White and apparently got beat up and dominated. But let me just get this link sorted out. I am shit at multitasking. There is the link to join. I'm not quite in there myself just yet, but give me a sec. Pin that message to the top so anybody who comes in can see it and join. Now I'll get in there myself. Now where are we? Live panel. Click on that. Discord has changed since I was in here last. Very interesting. So I am in the voice channel now, and I'm also going to get on them on my phone. There's much to talk about, but let me just get this sorted out. I'll be back in a minute. Let's go and change my mic over, get on my phone. So I think I'm in, peeps. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. It should be good. And for anybody who wants about some boxing or whatever, jump on in. The link is pinned to the top of the chat there. Boxing before this announcement comes on. Kind of from now on, I won't be watching the chat much, unfortunately. I get to Yeah, appreciate that. Holla with the dollar. Boom. But I can see from where he's sitting, he's in a pretty good position. So why not talk it up? Why not make the most of it? Keep himself relevant. And at the same time, he can shit on some other heavyweights. He just loves shitting on other heavyweights, doesn't he? He does. Particularly. Seven. notes, there is a link pinned to the top of the live chat. So anybody wants to join, just hit that link. If you're already a member of the Big Boys Boxing Discord channel, you can just go to the channel and click on voice channel and you'll be still waiting for the Prime Minister to come out right now. So I'll just wait a moment. Okay, I'm just having a quick look at the chat.
Yo, what's going on? This is your boy Mark here from Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News, and I hope everybody's having a blessed day. I'm sure that everybody's currently listening now for Big Boys Boxing, aka Jono. But Jono, for some reason, his microphone hasn't been coming through, and I don't know what the announcement is, so I'm here to take over. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Big up to Joseph Scott. Big up to Garrett Hancock. Big up to Scott70 and Don. Adam Fahy and the Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News. Thank you very much for your donation, my brother. You can find Jono on Twitter. Very easy.
Now tested over 85,000 New Zealanders, one of the highest testing rates per capita in the world. In the last few days, we expanded testing to include random testing in Queenstown, the Waikato, Canterbury, and Auckland. We've tested over 1,000 people this way and so far have produced not a single positive result. The Director General of Health is confident that there is currently no widespread undetected community transmission in New Zealand. In short, the effort of our team of 5 million has broken the chain of transmission and taken a quantum leap forward in our goal to eliminate the virus. Elimination doesn't mean viruses. It means zero tolerance for
Alright, I'm back on the computer now, so we'll see what happens. Into the chat we go, and nobody's there anymore, so man, don't look like I'm gonna get to talk much boxing today, huh? Once a kid in the house as well, good to have you, brother. Scott 70, well played, New Zealand. Yeah, I was not optimistic about coming out of level 4, to be honest. I thought we'd be in level 4 for another couple of weeks, and then maybe to level 3, and wean it out from there. But the experts obviously think that we've done enough to slow it. Hopefully we can still be responsible enough to observe social distancing and keep good hygiene, washing lots of hands all the time. Like I say, it could be the birth of a new germaphobe era, but that's the way to kill stupid ass virus like this. So we'll see what happens in a couple of weeks of level 3, and if the numbers are still going down, maybe we'll go down to level 2. But that's that. So I hope y'all enjoyed the little COVID-19 announcement show. It's a pity nobody joined me to talk some boxing today, but it is what it is. Time of day is not very good for a lot of the world as well. I understand that, so we just do what we do, man. So hope you've enjoyed. The chat didn't come up on the screen for the whole goddamn thing. That's a bitch. Forgot to fix it. Alright, man. I'll leave it at that. I'll catch y'all next time. It's Big Boys Boxing, and I'm out. See ya. So that's it for today. Appreciate y'all coming and checking out the Big Boys Boxing content. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Also, if you want to get more involved, you can go to the Big Boys Boxing channel page, and over here on the top right there's this Discord icon here. If you click on that, it will take you to the Big Boys Boxing mic icon here. Click on that and you are muted. And if you'd like to leave the call, this is your hang up button. Simple as. And down here, this is anytime chat. It's another voice channel. You can get on here and talk with anybody who's in there about whatever you want to talk about. It's free for all. So get involved. I'm Jono from Big Boys Boxing, and I will catch you next time.